Look, I have respect for people who try to debate the other side. I really do. Right? I watch these debates all the time, and I can't be the only one who constantly feel frustrated by it. It's like watching two people from different realities. You can't have a real argument if you can't agree on what's true. Before you can debate what if, you have to agree on what is. Right? For example, one person might ask, what is the net economic impact of immigration on this country's economy? Right? Before we even discuss whether to stop immigration, this is a specific angle to establish and debate. Right? But the other side says, I don't care what the impact is, just get them out of my country. Then they'll bring up some news about an immigrant who committed crimes, right? How do you debate that? It's like shouting into the abyss, right? These days, it feels like the two sides are never even on the same subject. The other side just keeps pivoting to different topics, right? The economic impact is one subject. The crime rate is a totally different subject. That will require complete different facts and premises. They don't care though, right? That's the problem. They don't give a shit because in the end, it's all just a performance, right? You have the audience sitting there, not listening to the subject and just waiting for their side to put the person they don't like in place, right? You can see the person who's not arguing in good faith. Right? You can almost see them thinking, okay, time is short. Let me fit in my standard talking points quickly so I can get a good soundbite clipped for later. Right? I mean, right now, you still have people denying what really happened on January 6th. A meaningful debate isn't supposed to be about winning. Right? It should be this collaborative search for truth, right? Understanding or a better decision. It needs to be this structured process of inquiry. Think about a scientific conference, right? Two researchers with different hypotheses present their data to their peers, all aiming to get closer to the truth and build on established facts. But in the debates I'm talking about, things like empirical evidence, logical consistency, historical precedent, or moral reasoning mean absolutely nothing. You can't have a discussion when someone just comes along and says, well, I don't believe in gravity, so whatever you say isn't true. That's the level of bullshit we're seeing in these debates, right? Anyone just shouts some repeated talking points, which mostly is nonsense, right? They think they're a debater. Now, I have trolls on my profile who send me Nazi stuff or some crime committed by immigrants for months on end, right? Just fucking constantly. And then they accuse me being afraid of debate. What is there to debate? What is the subject? What are the premises? Is that Nazi good, immigration bad, right good, left bad? What is it? What is the point? When many of us watched that Kirk Cambridge debate, we thought he failed because he didn't provide any sound arguments. But if you look at what the other side was saying, they said he owned the debate. We're not in the same reality. There's no point in debating. So what's happening now is we are not arguing over facts. We're just arguing over perceptions. And perception is subjective. In a perception debate, the goal is not to prove your argument is true. The goal is to make your way of seeing things the dominant one. So if the facts you present don't fit into their perception, they would just reject them no matter what. It's a dead end. Right? I have no interest in arguing about perceptions. Just leave me out of this shit.